Welcome back people to Blacksmith 101, and today's video we're going to be focusing on CAN Jewellery. Now I'm stretching the concept of being a blacksmith a little bit to go into jewellery, but I thought it would be a fun video to make, and no one's done a CAN Jewellery tutorial thing, so I'm here to fit the niche. So let's get started. Getting started, we're going to need these materials: 2 gold plates, 2 metallic iron ingots, and we need met iron because so we're using metallic iron for our scales, which makes whatever necklace you're making, it dictates what tier it's going to be. So metallic iron is tier 2, steel is tier 3, and if I remember right, stuff like bronze and stuff is tier 1. For great rubies like this, or great gems in general, you need steel, which you're gonna need steel anyway to be making gems, and I'll show you why later. But yeah, you need steel for to socket these kind of gems, the great ruby gems. So let's get into the smithing part of this before we even get into the gem cutting, because the smithing part's arguably the easiest part. So right now we're making a necklace, and to do that you need a couple different parts. So the gold is going to be used for the strap. You can make the strap out of any metal in the game that you can make into plates. Obviously some metals you can't make into plates, vice versa, that kind of thing. So we're just going to go with gold because it's the easiest one and we have it on here. So let's go and make our straps. Don't put 2 of these iron plates in at a time, only put 1. So you want gold strap 2. Make sure you don't put both plates in at once. It can be a bit dangerous if you do that. The plate, well, the strap is probably one of the easier ones to smith out. Okay, now we get 2 straps from this. We need 4 for the jewellery. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we've done the straps. And we got legendary, not too bad. So they're gonna go in like this. Obviously putting them in right now won't do anything, but yeah, this is how they're put in normally. So let's go heat up some metallic iron. We're gonna make 2 of them into a plate and then make scales from that. Scales are also a bit of a bitchy item. A lot of metals can't be made into scales for some reason. I don't know why, but you can put them into the crafting recipe. Okay, these looked cooked enough. I am probably just gonna ignore the temporal storm. Don't worry about it. Okay, these are hot enough. We're gonna make 1 iron plate, which with my skills I have at blacksmithing right now, with the X skills, it's pretty easy to make plates really quick. So I'm gonna bash out this plate real quick. While the plate is still hot, I'm gonna make scales with it, which are always hard for me to find on the inventory for some reason. I don't know why they're so difficult. Here we go, iron scales, there we go. Like I said again, with my smithing ability it makes it a piece of cake, but normally it's not hard either. Smithing in temporal storms, it can be a bit dangerous. You might end up messing up and basically ruining your item, so you have to end up, you know, breaking it. It's always fun. Okay, so now we got the scales out of this, and now we are going for the iron sockets. So we need 2 of them for this. I'm just gonna cheat with my insane blacksmithing ability, but it generally, I did it without the epic blacksmithing ability before. It wasn't that hard. It just looks a lot more complicated than it really is. Okay, so now we got everything we need to make a gem. Oh, make a necklace. So here we go. Let's make our little necklace. Boom, boom, boom. Scale here. And socket here. There we go. So this is a necklace without incrustation, which basically means a necklace without any gem. Now, since we've made our necklace, it's time to get to everyone's favorite part, gem cutting. Alrighty. Okay, so this is a jewellery grinder. Let me break this so I can show you how it's made. This is the recipe for it. So you need an iron hammer, or I think any kind of hammer. I'm pretty sure any kind of chisel. Yeah, any kind of chisel. boards, and wooden axles, because this is a powered item, so you're going to need a windmill too for this. Now, to use the gem grinder, or the jewel grinder, whichever, it doesn't really matter what you say, okay, I'll be honest. You're going to need 3 grind layers. You should start off with the rough grind layer, because I think this one is the cheapest. Never mind, this is, I think, the hardest actually to make. I'm pretty sure. What's the other stuff? Chromite. Okay, so you're gonna need either, I think it's a tier 4 pulverizer for this, which is horrible. I've already made this stuff pre-made, so I'm not too worried about it. Here's a fine grind layer. This one, very easy, just leather. And then medium grind layer is crushed diamond, which I also think is a tier 4 pulverizer material. So, as I'm saying, you're gonna need to be still age for this stuff, so it is what it is, okay? First things first, you're starting off the rough grind layer. I'm hoping this doesn't explode in the tutorial, because that would be a bit of a pain in the ass. It's a bit annoying, but yeah. So, we got a medium diamond here. So, you left click on it. You know it's working because 1, your gem changes its icon, and 2, it's emitting particles. So now, don't worry, it is doing stuff, just keep holding it. There's no progress bar or anything. Just look at the gem in your hand, and it should change model once it gets to the 2nd tier. And then it stops making particles. So I'm holding the click button here, there's no particles coming out. It's because it's done with the rough layer. So, once the rough layer is done, we go down to medium. So you shift click to put it in, by the way. And now we're grinding down the medium layer. There's no audio cue for the grind layer, which is a bit of a shame. I'm sure the mod author might make one later. But honestly, it's not too bad, just, you know, silently grinding away. And I think that's the medium layer all nice and done. Yes. So, since the medium layer is done away, we put all the 3 grind layers here. We're going to put these ones away. It's time for the fine layer. Yeah, so processed is basically everything, like the last step, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, how you can tell it still needs grinding is there's like a little cube. It's meant to be like a flat item. This is meant to be like a giant, you know, like cubes coming out of it. Okay. So sometimes when you finish processing your item, it sometimes goes into just your inventory slot. Okay. So here is our nice little medium cut diamond. Looks pretty nice if I do say so myself. Now, back to the base for the last part of gem making. Now, for the last part of gem making, we need the jewellery table, or the jeweler's table. And this is how you make the jeweler's table. Like it says last time, just need a hammer, chisel, lots of resin. I say lots of resin, it's kind of just a shit amount, but you know what I mean. It's pretty cheap, pretty easy to make. Put this down. Now, we have our gem without incrustation. So, don't worry about the sockets. Like, sockets are for armor and stuff like that. I haven't really got into armor making yet. So, I can't really give you a good tutorial on that stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's the same methodology, except for when you use this sockets item area or socket area, and then you put gems in the sockets. Anyways, we go to gems and we want to add our gem. So we got our medium cut diamond. I think they're bugged right now in our server, so yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah. So how do you know that this is gemmed? It's because it's got this little tiny icon here, which basically means it's filled. Necklace with encrusted diamond. Now, I, as a character, already have a encrusted quartz one, which gives me +8 ore drop. Very nice, in my opinion. Yeah, socket tier 2. So, meteoric iron makes tier 2 sockets. Oh, I forgot to mention, how do you get these gems? Well, you get them from mining the ore type that they come from. Yeah, so you can obtain it by breaking kimberlite and granite rock. I think it's a very rare chance of dropping from these types of ores. Same thing with this kind of thing. This is for breaking peridite and sandstone, and you get a rough peridite. Okay, this armor can have 1 slot. just for the tutorial purposes, I'll show you how to slot armor as well, just in case you're wondering. So this can get a socket in it. Anything for it? I think if you put a metric iron socket in there, there you go. So this has socket tier 2. So you can tell it has the socket on it because it's a socket tier 2 on it. By the way, word warning for the rise, or warning for everyone. If you put something in the Jeweller's Table, it stays in there. So you like, sometimes I accidentally leave an item in there and I'm like, what happened to my item? I made a lot of ore drop gems, so I'm just gonna put an ore drop gem in here. Oop. Gem, add gem. Oh wait, this one can't have it. It can only have diamond, emerald. Okay. Silly me. Do I have a medium? What is this? This is a great. No, this is ore drop. Okay. I actually have a diamond encrusted. Okay, I have diamond encrusted here. Oh, gem. There you go. So you have +4 walk speed on this now. So you can use that to counter the negative effects of the armor you're wearing, basically. So the chain only has -3 walk speed, so technically we actually gain +1 walk speed from this, although it doesn't affect our other armor. I'm sure if you type in socket, okay, if you type in socket in here, you can see all the kinds of sockets. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of sockets here you can make. Steel, which is tier 4, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, medium and great gems. It tells you here, small, medium, great. You got this, which is small, medium. Iron is small, medium. So only steel is getting great gems. So yeah, now you know. Anyway, that was me, Obscured Hero from Blacksmithing 101, telling you how to make jewellery as a blacksmith. You know. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.